Good afternoon, everyone. Today is still Saturday, February 10th, 2024. And I am back with another episode. And this is, I want to apologize on behalf, even though I don't speak for nobody but myself, even though they didn't ask me to apologize for them, I'm going to do it anyway. I want to apologize to all the young men, the young kings, from, I ain't going to say no age. I'm just going to say young kings. We're young princes because y'all ain't kings yet. I want to apologize on behalf of the supposed to be kings that came before you, that left you, that left y'all. You inherited a mess from us. The generations that came before you, even the generation before me, left me a mess. And we left y'all a mess to deal with. I want to apologize to you young kings for being left alone with a single mom while your dad dipped. Left a woman there to raise you by herself, to try to teach you how to be a man on her own, and she ain't know how to do that. I want to apologize to y'all for that. But at the end of this apology, when I finish apologizing, I got some suggestions for you. Because no matter what your circumstance, it still ain't an excuse for you to stay there. You still can make it out, because I did, without a father. So with that being said, let me continue my apologies for what you was left with. What you was left to deal with on your own, to have to try to figure out on your own how to be a man, to maneuver through life challenges, how to deal with women, how to talk to women, how to treat women, how to work, how to get a job, how to hold a job, how to manage your money, how to deal with other men, how to deal with your anger, how to deal with your frustrations, your setbacks. You didn't have us to teach you that, because we didn't have nobody to teach us either. And it just was a domino effect. So I want to apologize to y'all for still having to deal with that, for it still not being fixed after all these generations. And I want to apologize on behalf of the men that's going to make excuses, probably in the comment section on this video, about, well, what about the one where the mama wouldn't let me see my kid? I want to apologize on behalf of those dudes that are making those excuses. What about the mama that didn't let me see my baby? My baby mama was tripping. My baby mama wouldn't let me see my son. Young Prince, I want to apologize to you for having that dad that made those excuses and left you alone to deal with that single mom by yourself. Having to deal with a single mom that hated your dad, so she took it out on you. And you had to deal with that on your own. So it left you pissed off, bitter, and angry. Now you hate the world. We owe you an apology. You didn't deserve that. You deserve better than that. My baby mama wouldn't let me see my kid. When in all actuality, the facts are that if you was taking care of your business, handling your responsibility, you could have went downtown and put the people in the situation. They would have made your baby mama let you see your kid. But since you But since you wasn't taking care of your responsibility, handling what you're supposed to be handling, all your child support caught up and whatever else you're supposed to be doing legally, you couldn't go to them for help. So yes, she kept you from seeing your baby. But you ain't fighting. It ain't like you put up a hell of a fight. And I don't mean a fight like going over how clown, bitch, let me see my kid. I don't mean that kind of fight. I mean a legal fight. You didn't have nothing to stand on. Well, big ward, I wasn't making enough money, man, to afford to pay. Who fault is that? Because there's plenty of money out here. There's plenty of people making money. Why you wasn't making none? Cry me a river. I don't care how much you're making. By any means necessary. If you ain't making enough, go make enough. Ain't nobody tell you to stay making minimum wage. Ain't nobody making you do that. Ain't nobody making you not learn nothing. Miss me with the excuses. As long as they got, what they call it, the Olympic where the people can't hardly walk, ain't got no legs, wheelchairs and all that type stuff. People with autism and Down syndrome, they still out there trying to run marathons and sprints and Olympics and all that. As long as they got that going on, them people out there competing, I don't want to hear no excuse from you about what you couldn't do. You got people out here running, Cat Williams made a joke about it, Polo Ching Ching. You got people out here with no legs running races. They got their own Olympics. No arms. And you tell me about what you couldn't do. You couldn't go make more money. But a man with no legs is running sprints. I don't hear excuses. I'm deaf to excuses. I don't hear it. I done made enough excuses for everybody. I done made enough of my own excuses to where I don't need to hear nobody else's excuses. To where I know excuses ain't nothing. There are none. You can pacify yourself with them, but Big Water ain't hear them. And the women out there got a man making excuses. Don't listen to that. And the man out there got a woman making excuses. Don't listen to that. And the child out there got a parent making excuses. Don't listen to that. What you call them Olympics, y'all? Y'all know, man, what's the name of them damn Olympics? It ain't handicap Olympics. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They got a whole Olympic games for people that are handicapped and disabled. Them people train, work out, no matter, they don't call themselves having no disability whatsoever. They go out there and grind. And here you are, a healthy, able-bodied man making excuses about what you can't do. I can't make more than minimum wage. You loser. So therefore, you couldn't afford a lawyer. You couldn't do what you needed to do to go down there in the courthouse, get your child support caught up, talk to them people, say you want visitation rights, get your lawyer to where you can, they order your baby mama to say, hey, you got to see your son at this particular time, and if she don't comply, they will lock her up. But you didn't do that. You just made excuses and said, my baby mama wouldn't let me see my baby. When in all actuality, you were glad she didn't let you see your baby because you didn't want to see him no way. A man that want to see his child, he gonna see his child. Trust me, I know. I know what I had to go through to be with my kid. I know what I had to endure, what I had to accept, put up with, take to be with my kid. So I ain't hearing no, I don't want to hear it. So on behalf of them dudes, young Prince, I apologize that your father was him. We owe y'all an apology. They ain't gonna do it. They're not gonna apologize to you. They're gonna continue making excuses. They're gonna continue to blame your mama. So I'm gonna do it for them, so you can begin the healing process. So y'all can stop killing each other, being harboring and holding on to all that hate and anger. You can now start to try to let it go and start healing and stop the killing. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? But anyway. Now that the apology has been done, I know it ain't the same as your own father, but you gotta take what you can get. It's better than nothing, cause he ain't gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it for him. Out of my love for you, know that I love you, and I apologize for you having to endure what you had to endure. But now with that being said, you come from a long bloodline of warriors, of survivors, of soldiers that endured all kinds of heartache, pain, black or white. Not just a slave in America, but black people, white people, Irish people, all types of people have had to endure all types of heartaches, hardships, and pain. The human race, we are all survivors. We are all equipped to survive some horrific things. So, what you're going to do is, you're going to forgive and let it go. Now, you're not going to do what your dad did, and his dad did before him, and his dad did before him. You're not going to make excuses for your life being in the situation that it's in. Yes, you were abandoned, but now you're an adult. Now you have access to all types of electronics, gadgets, information to learn what you wasn't taught. If it ain't number just from watching the video I made, now you got opportunity to learn what you didn't have nobody that'll teach you. Now go out and learn it. No more excuses for you either, young prince, because eventually you're gonna have to be a king. We gotta stop the foolishness somewhere, and it's gonna start with you. You're gonna fix it. You're gonna make right with the generations before you messed up. You're gonna build your kingdom better than the kingdom that you were left with. You're gonna build your own kingdom. And the first thing you're gonna do toward building that kingdom, leave the women alone and go get your kingdom first. You do not need a queen if you don't have a kingdom. Leave the women alone. Go get your kingdom. Work on your kingdom first. Build your kingdom, then go get you a queen. We have been taught far too long to go get you a queen no matter what. If you ain't got nothing, no kingdom, no nothing, you still a king. You're not a king without a kingdom. A king has a kingdom. If you don't have a kingdom, you're just a peasant, thinking you're a king. Peasants don't get queens. Peasants get other peasants. Stop being mad because the queen don't want you and you're a peasant. Go become a king first, and the queen will follow. I promise you. Build your kingdom, young prince, and become a king. Step into your full righteous inheritance. Take what is rightfully yours the right way. Get out, grind for it, work for it, learn for it, kill excuses. Take your rightful place on the throne. Know your father didn't leave you a throne. His father didn't leave him a throne. You're going to create your own throne. You're going to be the first one to build the kingdom the way it's supposed to be built. It starts with you and your offspring, your prince, your princess. You're going to leave them better than what you was left. It starts somewhere and it's going to start with you. You can do it. I believe in you. I know you can do it. I know it's in you. Get out there and do it, young prince, and become the king you were meant to be. Get it? Got it? Good. Bye.